What's going on, Dodgers Nation? D-Mac here. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at DMac_LA. The Dodgers have made a move. They've traded for a reliever. We're going to tell you everything you need to know about the deal and the newest Dodger in just a second. But quick reminder, for all latest Dodgers news and rumors, be sure to hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. And if you really want to support the channel and see us post even more Dodgers content, smash that like button. And as always, I want your takes down below in the comment section. Today's Dodgers Nation question of the day. Grade the trade, A, B, C, D, or F. Zach Mckinstry going to the Cubs in exchange for reliever Chris Martin. Let me know down below. And also, should the Dodgers consider a new closer on a scale of 1 to 10? What is your trust level at right now with Craig Kimbrel? Let me know down below. And for all latest Dodgers news, head over to DodgersNation.com. So fire up that trade siren. The Dodgers have made a move, sending Zach Mckinstry to the Chicago Cubs in exchange for reliever Chris Martin. It was first reported by Buster Olney of ESPN. He tweeted out, the Dodgers have acquired Chris Martin from the Cubs. He would go on to tweet, Chris Martin, the Dodgers' newest reliever, has a 4.31 ERA in 34 appearances this season. Since June 17th, he has a 3.29 ERA in 14 outings. And then Patrick Mooney of The Athletic, he tweeted, source, the Cubs are receiving Zach Mckinstry in the Chris Martin trade with the Dodgers. Now, it's worth noting that the Dodgers have been in talks with multiple teams about bolstering their bullpen for weeks now, but I do find it very interesting that this news is announced the day after Craig Kimbrel was almost Craig Crumble once again. Last night against the Rockies, he struggled. He ends up giving up 2 earned runs and 1 inning of work, allowed 3 hits, had a walk and a strikeout, and he was saved by Trayce Thompson, who just sprinted into the foul territory, made a phenomenal catch. But Craig Kimbrel, he's been inconsistent all season long, a 5.40 ERA, and you don't want to focus too much on ERA when it comes to evaluating relievers, but the reality with Craig Kimbrel is it's been a wild ride this season. He's been very erratic at times, missing in the zone. Just look at where the catcher's set up. Look at his target. He's missing in the zone. That's leading to hits. And when it comes to Kimbrel on the season, he's only had 7 appearances where he didn't allow a run, hit, a walk, or hit a batter. So not a lot of clean innings. He's been allergic to clean innings this season. And you talk about bringing in a guy like Chris Martin, where, yeah, on the surface level, you look at his ERA, it's not very impressive, but there is a lot to like when it comes to Chris Martin. Here are the pros. The pros, a 3.02 FIP, a 2.09 xFIP, a 2.09 Sierra, a 3.02 expected ERA, a 3.99 BABIP, the batting average on balls in play. And that's the 4th highest in all of Major League Baseball. So that number is most likely going to go down. A 30.1 K percentage, that's the 35th highest. So his strikeout rate is impressive. And what's most impressive is his walk rate, a 3% walk rate. That's the 3rd lowest in all of Major League Baseball. So he's very stingy out there, not offering up a lot of free passes. Also, he's a 7-time Grammy Award winner. Chris Martin, the lead singer of Coldplay. No, I'm just messing with you guys. But here's some of the cons. A 1.44 home runs per 9. That is the 27th highest among qualified relievers. A 20.8 home run to fly ball rate. That's the 8th highest. If you look at his batting average against, it's just under 300. So yes, there are definitely some cons, and we just talked about Craig Kimbrel allowing a lot of hits, and that's been the same problem with Chris Martin, along with keeping it in the yard. So there's definitely some things that the Dodgers coaches are going to want to address. When they look under the hood, they want to fix some stuff. It's like they're buying a used car. They want to add some stuff to it, do some maintenance to it, and keeping the ball in the yard and trying to limiting hits is going to be something they're going to need to address. But we're talking about Dodgers coaching right here. We're talking about Connor McGinnis and Mark Pryor and the staff. They're going to find a way to optimize him. And what I like about him as well is that pitch mix. A 4-seam fastball that averages 95.1 miles per hour. He throws it at a 39.3% clip. And then he also goes with a steady dose of his bread and cutter, throws that at a 29.4% clip. And then a sinker averaging 94.5 miles per hour. He throws that 11.3% of the time. Then he does have a splitty that averages 88.1 miles per hour, goes with that 9.7% of the time. Also has a curveball and a slider. So a dynamic pitch mix, but he's mainly a 4-seam cutter guy. And another thing about him is, like I said, the walk rate in the 100th percentile, K percentage in the 87th percentile. But when it comes to hard contact and barrel percentage and spin, that leaves a lot to be desired. So you want to try to eliminate that hard contact and miss barrels, but there are some things you really like about Chris Martin, a guy that can provide some depth, and with a little tinkering, he's a guy that you could throw out there, and hopefully he's not a Ryan Madsen type. Hopefully he's more of a guy that can go out there and contribute, and we'll see what happens with guys like Blake Trinan, who's been very cagey about his rehab process, about guys like Tommy Kahnle and Victor Gonzalez, some of these bullpen pieces that we're waiting on to see if they're going to have an impact this season. But I think when you consider who they traded in Zach Mckinstry, they didn't give up any minor league talent, and Zach Mckinstry is a guy that, look, before he went down with that oblique injury last season, he got off to a great start. Has nice bat-to-ball skills, has some pop in that bat. Never forget, he hit the first home run of the 2021 season for the Dodgers, albeit it was an inside-the-park home run, and it came after that Cody Bellinger madness with Raimel Tapia in the outfield. But still, he does have some pop. For Mckinstry, he does struggle defensively at times. He didn't quite live up to that next Kike Hernandez billing that everyone was trying to talk about when it came to Zach Mckinstry. Didn't quite fill those shoes, but I think Zach Mckinstry going to a rebuilding Chicago Cubs team, that's going to be great for him. It's going to give him an opportunity to play, to get the reps he needs to succeed at the big league level. I wouldn't sell all my Zach Mckinstry stock at this point. I do think that it was underwhelming to see him on the defensive side. I didn't think he would struggle as much as he did, but I still think that Zach Mckinstry has a chance to make it at the big league level. Another thing, too, when it comes to Chris Martin is when you look at his postseason numbers, a 2.19 postseason ERA, a .89 whip in 13 games. Of course, you remember the home run that Cody Bellinger hit off them. But, yeah, Chris Martin is a guy that he's going to be reinvigorated. I mean, he's a guy that's played in the postseason. He knows what it's like to make a deep run. So to join this Dodgers team that has World Series aspirations, and then you combine the fact that he's going to get to see what everyone's been talking about around the league, to work with Mark Pryor and Connor McGinnis and Josh Bard and everyone in this Dodgers organization. I'm sure he's excited to get to LA and to get back to really being one of the better relievers in all of Major League Baseball. So I think the big takeaway here is you're getting depth, but also Craig Kimbrel, the way he struggled at times. I'm not completely done with Kimbrel. Look, 18 saves in 21 opportunities. Some of the peripherals, some of the batted ball contact, some of the BABIP numbers. There are numbers that point to some positive regression to the mean for Craig Kimbrel. But right now, if you ask Dodger fans, they're clearly upset with him. The trust level is low. You guys want to trade him for a full tank of gas and a bag of Doritos or something like that, maybe a Subway gift card. You guys seem to not be very high on Craig Kimbrel, but I do think the Dodgers will still try to make it work with him. But Chris Martin is definitely a much-needed depth piece. You wanted to see Andrew Friedman and the brain trust of the Dodgers go out there and address this bullpen. And if I told you they made a trade for a Cubs reliever, you'd probably say, oh, is it David Robertson? Oh, is it Michael Givens? No, they go with Chris Martin. Big guy, giant dude, 6'8", and I think it's a great insurance policy in the event that Blake Trinan doesn't come back and fine, or Tommy Kahnle or some of these other high-leverage relievers that have been either injured or they just struggled this season. Then we also talk about Evan Phillips and Yency Almonte, two revelations for the Dodgers. Will they hold up for the entire season as well? How will they perform in the postseason? Chris Martin definitely has that postseason experience. He knows what it's like to pitch on the big stage. So having a veteran, 36 years old, is definitely going to help this Dodgers team. But I grade this trade when you consider that Zach Mckinstry didn't really have a role on this team. And by the way, now I just heard that James Outman, who I was told last night was going to come up, and he is indeed in Colorado. So James Outman, he's another guy that from an outfielder standpoint, he could have a role on this team in the future. Nice bat-to-ball skills, a good hitter, good defender. So high on James Outman. He is the guy that the Dodgers did call up. So I like this move overall. Like I said, Zach Mckinstry didn't have a future role on this team when you consider the depth, how stacked this lineup is, and then you're not giving up any minor league talent. So when you consider the need and who they shipped off, I'm going to give this an A. I really am. Yes, Chris Martin has his warts, but it's not like they overpaid for him. It's not like Andrew Friedman got fleeced. And I do think that with the Dodgers coaching and their ability to get the most out of players and optimize talent, I love this move for the Dodgers, and I'm going to give this an A. But let me know down below in the comment section, what do you grade this trade for Chris Martin? Let me know down below in the comment section. By the way, don't focus on that ERA. Go deeper into the numbers when you want to evaluate your relievers. There is a lot to like, and like I said, it's not like Zach Mckinstry was going to play a lot down the stretch or in the postseason, and now they get another reliever that could potentially help this pen. But I want all all your takes down below. And also, do you think that Craig Kimbrel needs to be replaced as the Dodgers closer? I think for right now, you continue to go with Kimbrel and hope that he can find it. You can't just sell him off and just punt him to the sun like one of my friends said. You can't do that just yet, okay? So let me know down below, but I do think that you don't have a long lease for Craig Kimbrel. I'd like to see more of a closer by committee approach playing the matchups when we do get to the postseason, but I want all your takes down below. My name is Doug McCain. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at DMac_LA. For all latest Dodgers news, rumors, hype videos, interviews, breakdowns, and more all season long, be sure to hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and if you want to see us post even more Dodgers content, smash that like button. And as always, think blue, bleed blue, and I'm out.